Right, welcome back to Ace Academy. Let's load on this save file, exactly, and continue with the story. And this is where I left off. I think I did this line, but don't know. We wait a while longer before the girls finally appear. Kiori glowers at us as she marches over. Valerie and Yuna both look grave, and even Maya looks stern. Yeah, I remember fucking up because I said Valerie at the end of this line. Whoops. Sho leans over to me.
God, they know. Should we just tell them?
Keep cool. The girls finally pause in front of us. Are you okay? Kiori glares at the two of us and crosses her arms.
Of course not. We are surrounded by perverts.
Sho's eyes widen in panic, and even I'm beginning to feel anxious. I was just teasing him before, but maybe they really did see us. Try to play it off. Oh, really? Did something happen?
We were being spied on while we were relaxing in the hot springs.
Huh? That's terrible. Who would do such a thing?
Sho's voice is slightly higher pitched than normal. I glance at him and trying to motion for him to calm down. He'll blow our cover otherwise.
I don't know, but I intend to find out.
Kiori scans the lobby, looking for perverts, I assume. Whoops. Sho relaxes.
Maybe you should just let it go.
What? How can you suggest that?
And let them get away with a free show?
That's not right.
Sho and I instinctively take a step back from the indignation. Did you see who was watching you?
No.
Then how are you going to find them?
The girls fall silent.
We'll just know.
I raise an eyebrow and cross my arms. Are you sure you're even being watched? Sho catches my eye as if to say, good one, Brozev.
Yes.
How can you be so sure if you didn't see anyone? Gary falters and looks at the rest of the girls for backup.
There was a pebble that rolled into the water from an outcrop of rocks. It's the perfect place for someone to hide and peep.
Or maybe it was an animal.
An animal?
Yeah, the springs are outside. It's kind of hard to stop all the wildlife from running about.
I suppose it's possible.
She looks uncertainly at Kiori.
Or it could have been a person. Those rocks were a little too conveniently placed to have just been a careless animal.
Mayu nods.
We told the hotel manager about it too. So now they're aware and also on the lookout.
Yipes. Sho seems worried again. But after listening to this conversation, I'm convinced they have no way of finding out it was us. Okay, well, since you already alerted the hotel, maybe we should let them investigate and find the paper, and we can just enjoy our dinner. Yuna nods.
That's probably the best course of action.
I think we got out of this alive.
Thank God, I'm starving.
Do you ever not think about food?
I haven't eaten since lunch. I think I'm allowed to be hungry.
Mayu giggles.
Let's go before you faint from hunger.
I hope the food is good.
Me too. The tension lifts as you walk towards the dining room. That was too close for comfort. Moving over to the dining hall, we settle down at our table. The hotel offers a Prix 5 Jesus Christ menu. So all we had to do was confirm a number of diners. Didn't it? Then the waitress put in the orders for our meals. Jesus fucking Christ. Whatever happened to May?
She didn't want to stay after the incident, so she went to find her teammates.
I wonder if she ever got a chance to finish her explanation. Hold on a second, May. How does my character know about May? The only way he could have known is if he saw her. So... Soon the food arrives. This is a tray of rice, fish, and pickled vegetables. We quiet down as we all dig in. I hadn't realized how hungry I was until now. I feel a buzz in my pocket. As I pull out my phone, I notice all my teammates checking their phones too. It's a group email from Dashu. They're reminding us about our coaching session that was scheduled for tomorrow. It seems they've received confirmation from Coach Ivan that Coach Ivan will be on campus to give us a few points for our match on Thursday. You know where's a broad grain?
Did you all get that email?
Yeah.
I'm so glad Coach Ivan will be on campus.
Me too! Oh, he's one of my idols.
Really?
Of course! He's a working legend.
How come I've never heard of him before?
He's almost as famous as the Akamis.
Show looked thoughtful.
Actually, Mayu, doesn't your family know him?
Yes, but not very well. They respect each other, of course, but aren't close friends. That's why I've never met him.
I'm looking forward to what he can teach this team. There's a reason why he's won 3 championships and received the MVP award twice.
Wow, this guy sounds impressive.
I heard no matter where he goes, he always wears his signature helmet.
Valerie's heard of him too.
Huh, I've heard that too.
I wonder if he'll wear it tomorrow.
Probably.
The team continues to talk excitedly about tomorrow's training session. I soak into each story or rumor the team shares about him, and the more I hear about him, the more enthusiastic I feel about meeting him. After we finish up our meals, I want to take another dip in the hot spring. After all, my first session was kind of interrupted. Sean happily agrees, but the girls firmly refuse. They say their good nights and retire to their rooms. Joe and I relax in hot water until we're both stifling yawns. Then we decide to return to our room as well. After all, we have an early morning train to catch. I'm exhausted and collapse onto my bed. As soon as my head hits the pillow, I fall asleep. I'm woken up by the crack of dawn by the most irritating clucking noises. Apparently Show's alarm is a rooster crowing. Oh Jesus. Bro, why? After unceremoniously stifling yawns and getting dressed, I make a quick sweep of the room to make sure it's packed all my things. Show had to make 2 sweeps because he kept yawning during his first and forgetting where he'd already looked. We're all silent as we meet in the lobby. Maya and Kiri are both wide awake, and as perky as either of them could ever be. Yuna and Valerie seem even more exhausted than Sho and I wonder what's going on in that room. Tell me about it, Ivy, honestly. Before I might go one too far, I snap back to reality and glance guiltily at Kiri, who has her eyes narrowed. Can she read my thoughts now too? Good thing I wasn't thinking anything perverted. Still in silence, we make our way to the train station. The train ride home feels even longer than the ride to the hot springs. I resist the urge to ask, are we there yet? Are we there yet? After what feels like an eternity, we arrive at Izukaze. Napping on the uncomfortable train was nearly impossible. My thoughts keep drifting to my warm bed. I say a quick goodbye to everyone and frantically speed home. As soon as I arrive, I make a beeline for my room and collapse onto my bed. Bright sunlight shines on my face and I slowly blink my eyes open. Then I jolt upright in bed. What time is it? Did I miss the coaching session? I fumble around looking for my clock, but it's only 11 AM. Coach Ivan won't arrive until mid-afternoon. I have plenty of time. In that case, I wonder if anyone is free. Mayu or Sho? Mayu. I wonder if Maya is up to anything. As I'm debating whether or not to call her, a call comes in from her instead. Hey Mayu.
Hi.
What's up?
I wanted to see if you'd like to go to the bookstore with me again.
Yeah, sure. Sure, I finished reading the manga I got last time.
Me too. Actually, that's why I want to go back. I really liked it, and I want to get the second volume.
That's great. Are you ready to go now?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Sure, I'll meet you there. After hanging up, I go and get ready. Open my bike and drive to the bookstore. Since I'm the first to arrive, I decide to wait for Mayu inside. The same employee from before is at the counter and greets me warmly.
Hey, good to see you again. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Is Mayu not coming today?
She is. We're coming separately.
Oh.
I'm surprised he remembers me, considering I've only been here one other time. And Emily smiles at me. She has flawless skin and legs that go on for days. Then again, this store is atypical in basically every other way, so maybe I shouldn't be surprised. The doors chime Maya's arrival. She waves at me.
I hope you weren't waiting long.
Nope, not at all. Let's go find your book. She nods and we head off into the shelves. I browse for anything interesting while Maya goes straight for the series she wants. After making my selection, Maya's still browsing the shelves. Did you find what you're looking for?
Yeah, but then I also saw this manga, which I think is interesting. Or maybe this one?
She trails off, lost in thought, holding an adventure series and a romance series.
Which do you think I should get?
Why not both? Why didn't you get both?
I don't want to get too many at once. I like to get more as I finish reading.
Whichever interests you more. She stares hard in concentration.
I'll just be another couple of minutes.
Oh boy. Okay, I'll meet you up front then.
Okay.
When I return to the checkout counter, the clerk rings me up.
Did Mayu like the manga she got?
Yep, she liked it so much she let me borrow it so I could read it too. He seems intrigued.
Did you like it?
It wasn't bad.
What did you think of the fanfic?
I blink. What fanfic? He seems surprised.
You don't know the fanfic?
Where can I find it? The first clerk takes a tablet out from behind the desk and pulls up the webpage.
Here you go.
I skim through the chapter note on the top of the page. The main character gives up her musical career and returns to her hometown to take care of her mother. She struggles to adapt to her new life, but is reunited with her childhood friend. So far, this is staying true to the manga. This chapter begins when she and her childhood friend are reconnecting and she's beginning to develop feelings for him. He grins at me and the heat flows in my face. I quickly look away. What is going on? I've only had the same smile a million times before. I've seen that same smile a million times before. It doesn't mean anything. Except that it means everything. Knowing that his intention is on me and no one else makes my heart beat faster. There's an electricity swirling in currents around us, making the air thick. Oh boy. Do you think we should invite the others? He asks and my heart sinks. Why am I disappointed? After all, we're only friends. I shake my head to clear my thoughts and he frowns in worry. We know not to invite him if you don't want. I don't want to. I want to smile and tell him it'd be nice to spend time with just the two of us. No, we should. I think they'd all enjoy it too. Why did I say that? He flashed me another warm smile and my knees go weak. Oh, of course, that's why.
Hey guys,
I glance up as Maya puts her books down.
what are you reading?
Just a fanfic.
I didn't know you like fan fiction. Is it good?
Oh boy. I'm already getting the feels. I'm just going with the flow. Yeah, I've only read a little bit, but I'm already starting to get invested in the character. I want to learn more. I'll probably finish reading it later.
Really?
Here, let me read you a section. Oh boy. No, what did I get myself into? Oh no. Oh, it's the same part that I've just read. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. He grins at me and the heat flows in my face. I quickly look away. What is going on? I've seen that same smile a million times before. It doesn't mean anything. Except that it means everything. Knowing that his intention is on me, no one else. Making my heart beat faster. There's an electricity swirling in currents around us, making the air thick. Maya's face drains of color, and then turns bright red. I pause. Have you read this before? The store clerk begins laughing as Maya's blush deepens. I look from one to the other. This is strange. What's going on?
Well, actually...
She looks away, seemingly too embarrassed to finish.
She wrote it.
What?
Yeah, Mayu shared it with me, which is why I was surprised you hadn't read it yet.
My eyes widen. Wow, Maya, that's awesome.
Really?
Yeah, you're super talented. Have you written anything else? She seems shy.
The only other ones I've written I haven't posted.
You should post it. I bet they're just as good.
I agree. You've got a gift.
Maybe.
We continue to chat about Maya's writing. The clerk gives her a discount on her purchase, which Maya is thrilled about. After promising to return soon, offer Maya a ride back to campus.
Thank you for coming with me today.
No problem. I'll be looking out for your next chapter. She blushes.
Please don't tell the others though. I'm not sure they'd understand.
Not even Sho? Sho wasn't even into any of that, so... She blushes.
Actually, he already knows.
Never mind. Really? I'm not sure why I'm so surprised. It makes sense that she would tell him. She nods.
He normally doesn't read that kind of stuff, but he read everything that I wrote, and he said he loved it.
I'm glad Sho is finally being more receptive to Maya's interests and hobbies. He made his found a new interest too. Well, I promise I won't say anything.
Thanks.
She smiles and waves goodbye. Who knew Maya was so creative? Not only does she play an instrument, but she also writes. I wonder if she can draw too. Mulling over the thought, I head out. It's about time for a session with Coach Ivan. I double check my email, then make my way to the pre-combat room. That's where I'm supposed to meet him. As I walk in, I see the rest of my team crowded around the holotable.
I can't believe he sent all this. This is incredible.
Yuna grins.
Yup, this consultation isn't just for the pilots. It's for everyone on the team.
Valerie scrolls through the projected hologram, pausing at an image of a gear loaded with statistics. As I approach, I can make out what looks like the game plans of previous professional matches, complete with sketches, tactics, movements, and calls. This pseudo-edited information is incredibly valuable for all parties on the team. Sho is the first to notice me.
Brosif!
Once he sounds my arrival, the rest of the team grin or wave at me. Hey guys. Sho puts an arm around my shoulder.
Are you ready to meet Ivan?
You know it. There's nothing left to do but wait for Ivan to arrive. Valerie and Mayu continue to scroll through the holotable while the rest of us take seats on the couches lining the walls.
What do you guys think Coach Ivan is like?
Is Kiri nervous? She keeps a cool facade, but her gaze constantly darts towards the door.
I heard he's the shot caller on his team. He's the one leading the tactics and pulling in the high numbers.
He's even received the MVP award twice already.
I remember they mentioned that yesterday as well. I racked my brain trying to understand why I hadn't heard of him before. The only player I remember who won 2 MVP awards on the national stage is Strong Arm Gear.
Right. That's his alias for the global stage.
I always thought it was a little strange that he never even took off his helmet for interviews.
He doesn't need to. He doesn't even speak in interviews.
Kiori nods. What?
That's his persona, and it's worked really well for him.
Hearing all of this just makes me even more curious about what kind of person Coach Ivan is.
Wait, how is he going to coach us? Does he even know how to talk?
Wow.
Don't be stupid, Sho. Of course he can talk.
Kiori blinks.
I think.
Actually, I've heard rumors that his face was half burnt during a racing motorcycle accident. That's why he always wears a helmet.
I think I remember reading that too.
Ouch. I cringed just remembering the rare couple of times I fell off my bike. I don't even want to imagine how painful it would be to fall off my bike while racing.
What if he's scary?
I've heard he yells at first-year pilots, or worse.
Oh boy. Maya's eyes widen.
What?
Valerie pats Maya sympathetically on the back.
It was nice knowing you.
No,
Her eyes well up with tears.
Stop being mean, Valerie.
Don't listen to Valerie. She's just teasing.
Valerie smirks.
Or am I?
The door slides open, catching all of our attention. A muscular man, well over 6 feet tall, commands the room. He's wearing a leather jacket with black pants. A polished helmet hides his face. He crosses the room with thunderous steps and passes before us, at large and silent as a mountain. Jesus Christ. The group glances nervously at each other. Nobody wants to break the silence. Hello. His helmet slowly turns towards me, and I fidgets beneath his gaze. I can't see his eyes, which makes this all the way more disconcerting. After a moment, his helmet surveys the rest of the team. Kira remains stoical while he tries to make herself small. Both Yuna and Valerie look uncertain, while Sho seems confused with how he should feel. Coach Ivan nods. He puts his hands on either side of his helmet. Sho catches my eyes in anticipation. Are we actually going to see what's underneath the helmet? Coach Ivan pulls it off in one sweeping motion, revealing a shiny, bald head and the most beautiful moustache I've ever seen. Underneath his moustache is a beaming smile.
A glorious day to make your acquaintance!
Oh boy. What? His jacket has somehow unzipped itself, reveals washboard abs. I can only achieve in my dreams.
Under the wings of experience, I shall teach you to soar the skies!
Kira's face falls. She looks like her nightmare has come to life. The rest of the girls are mirrors of confusion. Sho, on the other hand, looks as if his dreams have come true.
Do you know someone named Tatsuo by any chance?
Ivan looks at Sho, even with a smile, his piercing gaze is settling, and Sho scoots back.
You speak of my nephew?
That explains a lot.
Yuna stands up.
Hi, Mr. Podubny. Thank you for agreeing to coach our team this afternoon.
Utter not my family name, for formalities between friends must not exist.
Well then.
Oh, okay. Ivan, thank you.
He nods.
Of course, we will begin with lesson 1. To sprout into a magnificent tree, we must first water the roots.
The foundations?
What, so we're going to bring our gears out and just water them? Okay, sure.
Yes, fiery flower, the roots.
Ivan motions us to the holograph. We cautiously approach and Ivan projects the image of a seed.
First, the seed requires sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, and rich soil. The key to remember is the symbiotic relationship between plant and environment.
I'm not there for a botanical class, okay?
Through light energy absorbed by chlorophyll, conversion occurs of carbon dioxide and water to create glucose and oxygen.
Have I fallen asleep and started dreaming I'm in class again?
Jeez, this is like listening to Valerie explain.
Shh, do you want to get caught or what? She freezes mid-sentence, then closes his mouth. Valerie eyes her suspiciously. Then she shrugs and resumes listening to Ivan ramble about some plan mumbo-jumbo.
Understood?
He is met with silence. Ivan uses his finger to elongate his moustache in great thought.
Demonstration will triumph explanation?
Yes, please.
Ivan nods solemnly.
Make haste to the simulations!
As soon as we enter the simulation, Ivan sets up to spar with AI gears. Once the match is over, he points out where we lost focus or how we could have prevented getting hit. Then gives us suggestions on how to tighten up as a unit. Once he's shared his insight, he sends us back in for another round. We fight the AIs. Ivan and Valerie talk quietly about simple fixes to our gears. He seems pleased by what Valerie shares with him. I assume she mentions the original tweaks she added to our gears when she first joined the team. The more Valerie talks, the more animated Ivan becomes. Yuna watches everyone closely and jots down notes in her tablet. I have a feeling she's recording feedback on our session with Coach Ivan as well as recording feedback for our simulated matches. Based on just the brief notes I provided on our first match, our second match felt worlds apart from the first. It's quite apparent why he won 2 MVP awards. It really is up to his title of strong arm gear. So long as you can decipher what he says. I mean, yeah, the entire plant thing, I was like, We exit the simulator, feeling satisfied and more confident than before. Ivan reaches by the holotable.
And so the dial of time lands for my departure.
Thank you so much, Mr.
His icy gaze falls on show.
I mean, thanks, Ivan.
Ivan smiles.
We appreciate your time.
And all this data analysis will help me fine-tune the gears to give them that extra boost.
We can't lose after a training session like that.
Ivan begins to sniffle.
Is something wrong?
He rubs his eyes with his forearm.
You guys,
Suddenly Ivan scoops all of us into a group hug.
make me so proud!
He squeezes us so tightly I gasp for air. Show's mouths help me while trying to wriggle free, when he looks terrified as she squished into Yuna's chest. Valor tries to hook Ivan's arm while Curie looks like a deer in headlights and struggles to break free. Ivan doesn't notice.
Hey!
After one last squeeze, he releases us and lets out a deep sigh.
And so the nest perch on the branch finds its awakening. Go forth, hatchlings!
Really? His helmet magically materializes in his hand. He puts it on and zips up his jacket, then offers us a final thumbs up. He waves goodbye as he heads out, calling out our thanks to his retreating form.
Man, I am so pumped for our match tomorrow.
Me too. Should we get some practice in while we can?
Kiori shakes her head.
I think Valerie needs to make the recommended calibrations first.
Yep. They aren't major control changes or anything, so you won't feel a difference while piloting. You'll just get better energy efficiency based on piloting patterns Ivan pointed out.
Kiori nods.
That's exactly what we need.
Oh, okay. So, what do we do until then?
It is reading week.
No, don't say it. No! No!
Time to study! Kiori covers her ears.
Idiot! What's wrong with you?
Anything but that.
Show.
Maya interlocks her arm with shows.
It won't be that bad, I promise.
Sho glances at Maya's smile, then his own face lights up.
Okay. We'll talk to you guys later.
Maya smiles and the two of them are off.
You're all good then, Valerie?
Yep. I'll send a text when I'm done.
Okay, thank you. I'd better get to studying too.
I nod and watch her head off.
Well, since I'm already on campus, I'll go submit my report on the coaching session.
I wave goodbye. Do you want some company?
No, it's okay. I'll be doing some boring stuff anyway, and I'm not a fan of over-the-shoulder spectators.
If only we could say that to one certain teacher. I mean, I'm not going to say some more than that. I nod. Alright, let me know if you need anything.
Sure.
With some time on my hands, I had the library to actually squeeze in a study session. The library is packed, which I guess makes sense since exams are right around the corner. After circling the desks a couple of times, I managed to sneak into a desk stall just as another student is leaving. I feel like a car trying to find a parking space in a crowded lot. A few hours go by in a blur. Valerie texts at one point saying the changes are done, but otherwise nothing eventful happens. That's all the sitting I can do in one sitting. I pick up my tablet and wonder if anyone's available. Kiori, Valerie, Yuna. Let's do Kiori. Just as I'm about to dial Kiori's number, she calls me instead. I answer. Hi.
Hi. Are you busy?
Not particularly. What's up?
Did you want to come to the gym with me? I'm going to try a new routine and would like to have a spotter.
Yeah, sure thing. The gym's in the rec center?
Yes, thanks.
No problem. See you there. On my way to the rec center, I quickly get changed. Once I'm done, I enter the gym. Kiori is in a gym uniform, and I still laugh. I thought I'd be used to it by now, but I'm not. As she stretches, I notice a few guys staring very obviously at her, but Kiori is too focused to notice. They got lucky this time. Hey Kiori. She nods.
Hi. Thanks for agreeing to help.
No problem, I was going to get the workout in anyway. So what's the new routine you have planned? She hands me her phone and I scroll through.
I've mainly been doing endurance training, and would like to incorporate more mass building.
Yep, sounds good. Alright, let's get started then. She nods so we find an empty bench. She begins gathering weights and adds them to the bar. And keeps adding weights. My jaw drops, she adds 100 pounds to the bar. Is this petite girl for real? Kiori lies down on the bench and I stand by her head. She adjusts her grip and focuses her breathing, then lifts the bar off and begins her reps. Although I knew Kiori took her fitness seriously, I'm still impressed. She's attracted a few more onlookers too, so I'm not the only one impressed. Yeah, okay, I did actually say it right. Whoops. With one final exhale, she placed the bar back on the bench.
Alright, warm-ups are done.
That was just a warm-up? Those were just warm-ups? She adds another 20 pounds to her weight and repeats the reps. After she's completed the sets, she slides out to the bench and wipes her face with a towel. Jesus Christ. Good job. Very nice. Kiori offers me a smile.
Thanks. Okay, your turn now.
I mainly do cardio at the gym to stay fit and only occasionally do endurance training. I don't think I can bench much more than her. How do I want to play this? Let's do safe. Go with a safe 100 pounds and high reps. I pull up 20 pounds and slide onto the bench. Kiori spots me as I begin my reps. After 3 sets, I finish.
I didn't know you do endurance training too.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in becoming a beefcake. Kiori grins, clearly amused. A loud vibration interrupts us. Kiori pulls out her phone and reviews her text messages. As she reads, a smile creeps onto her face. I think I may have an idea who that is. She sends a reply before looking back up. As soon as she sees my wide grin, her smile falters.
What's with that look?
Was it right though? Her cheeks flare.
How did you know?
I have a younger sister, and I know what that grin means.
It's not like that.
What did he ask you? She refuses to answer. Oh, I guess I have to make my own conclusions then.
What? Don't be stupid. He just asked if we can go get some snacks for the daycare. We're meeting at the mall.
I shouldn't interfere in the business. Alright, whatever you say. Kiori shakes her head.
Let's get back to the workout.
Yep. The rest of the workout is very productive, and I set a new personal record for myself. Kiori and I will definitely have to make this a more regular thing. Once we wrap up, we say goodbyes and head our separate ways. After parking my bike, I let myself into the house. The living room is empty. Where is everybody? I hear voices in the kitchen and hurry over. I pause as soon as I push open the doors. Nikki is bent over the table laughing. Aunt Yuki stands by the fridge laughing as hard as Nikki, while Kakaito chugs while looking increasingly confused. Oh hi, Aunt Yuki, I didn't even know you were here. Aunt Yuki tries to compose herself as she sees me and rushes over to give me a hug.
Oh good, you're home. Oops, I got some flour on you.
That's okay. Uncle Kaito's eyes are watering as he lunges towards the fridge and pulls out a carton of milk. Are you okay, Uncle Kaito? He doesn't answer as he chugs a fresh glass of milk. Jesus Christ. Nikki finally composes herself enough to answer.
Aunt Yuki's making us Chinese food tonight. She ran one of the chilies around the rim of Uncle Kaito's glass when he wasn't looking.
Wow. She starts laughing again.
It doesn't hit you at first. Once it does.
Uncle Kaito takes another swig of milk while Aunt Yuki giggles.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Their laughter is infectious. I find myself laughing with them. It's good to see Aunt Yuki hasn't lost her sense of humor. Kaito, hasn't Aunt Yuki played the same prank with you before?
She has. That's what makes it so funny.
It's been a while. Cut me some slack.
You're losing your touch.
Aunt Yuki's been away for too long.
Nikki sighs.
Do you really have to leave again, Aunt Yuki? It's so fun when you're around.
Hey, are you saying I'm not fun?
No, you're fun too.
That sounded awfully like a pity compliment.
Nikki giggles. Aunt Yuki fidgets with the corner of her apron.
Actually, you'll all be seeing a lot more of me.
Kaito looks at her in surprise.
Really?
She meets his gaze and nods.
If that's alright with you.
Of course. I just... Does that mean you're really going to stay here?
Yeah. Unless there's a reason why I shouldn't.
No, but...
Kaito hesitates. Nikki watches with bated breath. Her eyes are wide with excitement, and I can tell it's taken a lot of self-control for her to keep quiet. I'm unsure if I should even be witnessing this conversation. Aunt Yuki seems to understand Kaito's unspoken question.
Watching you with the kids, you've, changed.
Yuki,
Nikki can't hold it anymore and explodes.
Aunt Yuki belongs here, Uncle Kaito. Let her stay.
Both Yuki and Kaito blush deeply. Nikki.
What? They clearly need my help.
Let's get in some privacy. I begin to push her out of the room.
But...
No buts. Reluctantly, Nikki allows the leader out of the kitchen into the living room. We both sit on the couch and I turn on the TV.
Do you think Aunt Yuki will really stay?
Of course. Yeah, she obviously still cares for Uncle Kaito and he still cares for her. I have a feeling that once she comes back, she won't be going anywhere.
I hope so. Then we'll be a family again.
I glance at Nikki. She looks hopeful yet apprehensive. Again, we've always been a family.
I know, but it wasn't the same without Aunt Yuki around. It felt incomplete somehow, like Uncle Kaito was missing a part of himself.
It'll definitely be more interesting having her back. We watch in silence. Every so often Nikki would sneak glance at the door, but she doesn't move. I can't ignore the delicious smell of Kung Pao chicken wafting out of the kitchen, and my stomach grumbles loudly. I kind of wish they were having this conversation after we'd already eaten. Nikki giggles.
Are you ever not hungry?
Oi. Her eyes widen as her stomach grumbles just as loudly. Now it's my turn to laugh. Luckily, we don't have to wait much longer before Aunt Yuki pops her head out.
Are you kids hungry yet?
Starving.
Then I guess we'd better feed you. Dinner's ready.
Food! I jump to my feet and race into the kitchen, but Nikki lingers beside Aunt Yuki.
Does this mean you're staying?
Of course I'm staying. There's no way I'm going to let Kato keep you kids to himself.
Nikki grins from ear to ear and hugs Yuki tightly.
I'm so happy! There will finally be another woman in the house!
Wow, Nikki, wow. Also take your time, Ivy. And Yuki laughs as the two of them join us at the table.
I don't know how you managed all by yourself.
Me neither.
Everyone is all smiles as we all sit down to eat. After dinner, Nikki dragged Aunt Yuki upstairs to show her the new dress she bought last week, and Kaito and I are watching TV. In the middle of our show, his phone dings with an email. As he opens the email, his jaw sets. What is it?
It's an email from the PI.
What does it say? He holds the phone out for me to see and we review the email together. Again, the content does not share much, but stresses that the accident might have been more than just an accident. The other driver had been spotted talking to Dad right before the car crash. Wait, someone went to her dad on purpose? Kaito's voice is grim.
That seems to be what the PI is implying.
Why would he want to hurt them?
I wish I knew. Wasn't the other driver someone your dad knew?
Yeah, Ezra Wilson was Dad's colleague. They worked closely on projects together.
Did something happen between them?
Not that I know of, and we can't even ask him since he's still in a coma last I heard. Kaito nods.
Well, the PI is still investigating. I'm sure he'll have more information soon.
Actually, it sounded like he was implying that... Well... the other driver and Dad talked right before the crash. Sure, it could be that he decided to go for it, but it could also have been that Dad just asked him to. I'm not saying that that's what happened, but it could always be. You never know for certain. None of this is making any sense. Ezra and Dad worked on some projects together, and as far as I can remember, and he always seemed like a nice guy. I can't imagine that he wanted to hurt Dad. Doesn't mean Dad knew this was coming too, but how could he? He only left because Nikki called him. And what about Mom? I let out a frustrated sigh. I wish she could just tell me what happened. Wait a minute. Dad's research. The strange encryption in my core. Kaito notices a change in my expression.
What is it?
I wonder if this has something to do with my core.
Because of the weird thing it did during your first match?
Maybe.
If whoever wanted your dad dead was after your core, then you might be in danger. You probably shouldn't use Eagle again just to be safe.
I wouldn't go for that. All my core did was use extra energy packs. At least that's what my professor said. That's why the reference didn't disqualify me from the match. Referees.
Extra energy doesn't sound like something to kill over.
My thoughts exactly. I brought up my core for a different reason. It might be nothing, but a team engineer found weird encryption from data in my core. She didn't think it was anything important, but I'm not sure. But now I'm not so sure.
What does it say?
I don't know. He nods. I tried to focus on the TV show, but I can't stop thinking about the accident on purpose. I think I'm going to go to bed.
Alright. Try not to stress too much about this. I promise we'll find out what happened.
I smile weakly. Thanks, Kaito. After saying goodnight, I get ready for bed. Then I slip under the blankets. I close my eyes, trying to clear my mind, but end up running through every detail of the accident that I remember, hoping to find a clue. Eventually, I fall asleep out of pure exhaustion. I slop off my alarm and feel unusually energized this morning. Today is a match against Akira, and after the training session yesterday with Coach Ivan, I feel confident in our abilities. We're already going against Akira? This should be an exciting match. They're the #1 group. Hold on a moment. Oh wow, that has to be our last match then as well. After getting ready, I wolf down my breakfast and drive to school. Yuna helps me my way to the pre-combat room.
Hey!
Oh hey Yuna.
I'm glad I ran into you.
Does it count as running into me if you knew exactly where I would be?
Yes.
She grins and trusts her tablet in front of me.
Do you mind filling out this survey really quickly?
Survey for what?
The session with Coach Ivan. Since yesterday's guest coach was a new initiative for Dashu, they like to gauge how valuable you all thought the session was. I've managed to track down everyone else, so yours is the last form I need.
Okay. I'll take a minute to fill out the survey. Once I'm finished, I hand the tablets back to you now.
Thanks.
No problem. I'm kind of impressed that she would go the extra mile to get someone like Coach Ivan to consult for a non-professional team. Yuna smiles.
That's one of the reasons I like them.
I wonder how to get him to agree.
Oh, it was easy. All I had to do was call.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I found his contact information online and figured it couldn't hurt to reach out. I asked his manager if this was something they'd be interested in, and luckily it was. Then I introduced the idea to Dashu, along with the proposal I put together. After that, it was just a matter of getting their approval and support with logistics.
You put all this together? Yuna blinks surprised and blushes.
It wasn't all me.
But the idea was yours? Actually, you helped out some of the logistics for the Dashu event before the XC concert too.
Yeah, but it was for stuff involving the team. I wanted to make sure you guys were getting properly introduced and represented.
I had no idea.
I was just doing my job.
You're doing an amazing job. She blushes even deeper.
Anyway, thanks for filling this out.
Sure, I better go now. Kira's probably about to blow a blood vessel waiting for me.
Good luck out there.
Thanks. She waves goodbye before heading towards the stadium while I headed into the pre-combat room. I quickly changed into my pilot outfit and joined the rest of my team at the holotable. Kiori is busy plotting out the arena in our respective gears as everyone else silently watches. It's finally starting to sit in that we're being matched against the top pilot at Ace. The confidence that I felt earlier wanes. After a couple of more seconds, Kiori takes a step back from the holograph and looks over her handiwork.
Okay, this is what the war game layouts will be. As you all know, we'll be facing against Reborn, Akira's team. Mayu, can you report on their gear composition and weaponry?
Maya nods, and her fingers dart across the holotape. Oops.
Reborn is fully sponsored by Eludian Enterprises, which means they provide Reborn with the same cutting-edge weaponry that they provide their professional teams. Each gear is kitted out for specific purposes. That means, individually, they may have weaknesses, but as a unit, they cover each other's vulnerabilities.
Hold on. We may have actually lucked out.
Maya should show a questioning look.
Well, you know how they're smashing everyone in terms of points? Win or lose, they're still going to be the #1 seeded team.
Okay, how does that help us?
This happened last year as well. When Reborn was guaranteed the first-ranked spot, they subbed in their backup pilots.
Really? I didn't even notice.
It's not a well-known fact because their 4-man gear equipment is always the same, but if you dig into their pilot history, you'll see it. And the stats show that when they started putting in their subs, their overall performance did decline, even if it was just a little.
So, what you're saying is that we'll be fighting against their backups, since they already have a guaranteed first seed?
Everyone but Phoenix.
Phoenix?
Akira's gear. Only he pilots it.
I was surprised by Sho. He certainly didn't provide the same input in our previous matches as he did in this one. Even when one of our matches was against his own roommate, this match must really mean something to him. Mickey uses in our favor. We'll press any advantage we can get. Carrie nods.
Agreed. Okay, so we can definitely use this to our advantage.
Carrie changes up some of the notes on the holotable.
I have an idea. What if we employ the same tactic we did against Tatsuo's team? Focus down Akira.
Mayu shakes her head.
That won't work. Claw of the Wild's team is Tatsuo. However, every member of Reborn is going to be strong even without Akira.
True, but Akira still surpasses the rest of his team in terms of skill. Instead of focusing Akira, what if we try to pull him out and play a 3v3 against the other members?
Who's going to handle 1v1 with Akira?
We'll look at each other. Although none of us wants to admit it, it's painfully clear that he would beat any of us in a duel. I can do it. I might not be able to beat him in a straight match, but we can at least have my overdrive mode as a pocket ace again. Carrie nods.
And since we haven't used it since the qualifiers, they definitely won't be expecting that.
That's right. As long as you keep Akira busy, we have a strong chance of beating the rest of the team and then helping you with Akira.
It won't be that easy, but I think this is our best chance at winning.
We hash out the details of the plan on the holotable.
Remember not to immediately activate your overdrive mode when you start.
Of course. I nod. It'll be on a timer once it activates. 3 minutes, so I should use it wisely.
Exactly. Let's recap then. We'll create distance between the 3 of us and Eagle, with suppressive fire. We'll make it impossible for them to even attempt to gang up. If they stick together, we can keep our distance and trap them in crossfire. When they start to create distance with one another, Eagle will hard engage Phoenix, and we'll do the same with our respective opponents. Positioning will play a big part. We'll have to capitalize on the fact that Akira doesn't have as much team cohesion practice with the subs as he would with the regular starters.
Kiori looks at me.
You'll keep Akira engaged as long as you can, and we'll use the overdrive mode if it starts to look bad.
I nod.
That leaves the rest of us with 3-on-3. It'll be a tough match, but we should be able to beat Reborn's substitute pilots without Akira there.
What if Broseph goes down?
A valid concern. We should plan that out too.
Depending on the battle condition, it might be worth going for the saver points if things aren't in our favor.
You mean take out the weakened gears instead of going for a win?
Kira crosses her arms, but nods. I blink in surprise. Judging by the sour look in her face, I can tell the strategy isn't ideal for her. But the Kiri from before would never even considered it. She then looks at Mayu.
I agree. That would be the best course of action.
We win and gang up on Akira afterwards, otherwise we go for the safe points instead of trying for the win. Broseph fights Akira, we fight the other 3.
I like how he practically starts at the we win and gang up on Akira afterwards. And then, you know, the entire line, like after that, and then what comes before. It's like, what? This is not the first time this happened as well.
Correct.
Show notes. Okay, got it. My nerves are still jumpy, but I feel positive about the plan.
We can do this!
Everyone stares at Mayu. She blinks, then pokes 2 fingers together.
I mean, if we try...
The team laughs. Ever since she got to get out of the show, she's been a lot more confident. I'm really happy for her. The alarm rings, signaling for us to get to our stations.
Let's go!
After one deep breath, I follow Kaori out of the room. Most matches during reading week are pretty quiet in terms of audience, but today the auditorium is filled with as many people, if not more, than a typical match.
2 undefeated teams, but only one will continue their winning streak. Entering first is Ace 204911.
The crowd thunders to life. I stare out in the sea of people as they jump away from their seats. The indifference from the polite applause we received when we started is surreal. Their energy fuels me and I can't hold back my grin. If this is a taste of what it feels like to compete in the big leagues, then count me in.
Versus the team who requires no introduction, Reborn!
Gears, technically. But there are practically mechas. The stadium rumbles from all the cheering. The underdog versus the university prize. I put aside my studying to watch a match like that too. We're born into the stadium. Their gears sparkle underneath the lights, a sleek and pristine image of the modernity of Illudium.
Are you all ready for this legendary showdown?
The crowd goes wild.
Then let's not delay this anymore. And begin!
Which means I move my mouse.
Let's go! Stick to the plan and be vocal.
Roger.
Got it.
Okay.
I jet away from the rest of my team as they circle Akira's team. As I've looked in the mirror, Akira's team follows suit. They boost towards the rest of my team as Akira stays put. His gear shifts into fighting stance. He branches his scythe and activates his energy blade. The energy blade. He was waiting for me. Did he anticipate our plan, or did he just want to fight me one-on-one? Either way, it doesn't matter. All that matters now is that I'm here and Akira's here. My teammates' voices fade into the background as they coordinate their attacks against the rest of Reborn. All of my focus is on Phoenix. This will be a glorious duel. My heart races, a clean duel between myself and a top ace pilot. It's time to see what I'm really made of. I grab Eagle's controls. My hands are sweaty, but my nerves have steadied. My adrenaline is pumping and I'm itching to begin. I max Eagle's thrusters and dash forward. Phoenix braces for the attack. Connect. I deliver a powerful blow with its scythe raised. Phoenix parries, but still gets knocked back from the sheer force of my attack. Phoenix dashes toward me, winding up his scythe for a carving. Dodge. My reflexes kick into motion and I send energy to my side thrusters. With a rumble of my engines, I dodge to the side and send a powerful strike towards Phoenix. Its shield shimmers to protect the gear, but it looked like he took a decent hit to his energy reserve. I fall into defense and circle Akira, who circles me. We're both waiting for the other to make a move. Akira is the first to break the circle. As soon as he activates his thrusters, so do I. We boost toward each other in incredible speed, our weapons leading the way. Our energy blades collide with a loud ringing which rends the air. I grab my teeth and push with... okay. I grab my teeth and push with all my might as our blades stay locked in a battle of wills. Get overpowered. Oh fuck. A surge of energy from Phoenix rams Eagle. In one swinging motion he spins and the scythe's long blade smashing against my front shield. My energy power reaches sub 5% on an attack, and a critical warning flashes across my screen. I refuse to lose too easily, so it looks like it's now or never. I flip in the overdrive mode and pray it works. The familiar shifting of noises and motion sounds in my cockpit, and my heart threatens to beat right out of my chest in anticipation. An eruption of energy explodes from Eagle, and I'm once again looking at the manager reserve sitting well over 9,000. I let out a small whoop of relief and excitement. I feel just as pumped and rejuvenated as Eagle. I have 3 minutes on the clock, but let's see if Phoenix can even last that long. My fists glow softly from the overwhelming energy. Channeling that energy, I ready myself to attack when something collides with Eagle and forces me to slide back. Phoenix wings extend and his entire gear is surrounded by a whirl of red energy. What? Can Akira's gear enter overdrive mode too? How is this possible? Phoenix races towards me, stopping me out of my thoughts. Its energy fist collides with Eagle, shaking me so hard my head whips back. Before I even have a chance to regain my bearings, Phoenix scythe swipes at me and knocks Eagle back again as my shield shimmers from below. Without a moment's rest, Phoenix returns to swing with a wide blow, extending the handle so the blade can cut further. Another explosion of energy knocks me back as the blade and my shield connect. I get a stop only to block another strike. Phoenix's attacks are non-stop. Yeah, okay, I said it right. With both of us in overdrive mode, this doesn't feel like any different than a match was going originally. Despite my efforts to change that battle, I'm forced to play defensively and Akira is able to depower Eagle. And himself. Wait, Phoenix is depowered? Did I do something? No, I only blocked that last attack. It was still strong enough to depower me. Maybe Akira has channeled all his energy into that attack. Checking the timer, I see that only 45 seconds have passed. Or maybe he just ran out of juice. Assuming I didn't get manually powered, overdrive mode and Eagle lost 3 minutes, but Phoenix launches in 45 seconds. Very curious.
Crap, I'm down.
Show's wills put me out of my thoughts. I refocus my attention to the match. Show and Maya were taken out, but they did the power 1 gear. Our stroke was told of 2 gears at once.
The situation is looking dire.
I guess that means we need to go to points then.
Agreed.
Looks like our reborn subs are no pushover. Looks like reborn subs are no pushovers. Even without Akira's support, they also anticipated our strategy and counterplayed us. I suppose there's a reason they're always number 1. Our charges 2 remaining gears. They send a volley of shots, which Aura is mostly able to avoid. But the hits she does take seem to cause decent damage. As Aura approaches the first gear, her shield disappears and she readies her blade. She must have drained it completely and is channeling the energy into her strike. She is ready to go down swinging. Aura depowers as soon as her blade connects, but so does one of the enemy gears. In the end, the last gear left standing is one of Reborn.
That was close. But in the end, it looks like Reborn's winning streak will continue.
The crowd erupts into cheers.
But how about Ace 204911's performance?
The crowd cheers even louder.
Talk about giving Reborn a run for their money.
I stare in wonder at the animated audience. Although we didn't win, it warms my heart to see how strong the support of the crowd. To see the strong support of the crowd. My teammates are silent through the crumbs. There's no surprise that Reborn won the match, but it doesn't make this loss sting any less. With the match finished, gear controls are restored.
I think we can all agree that this was the best preseason match, bar none. Am I right?
The stadium funded its approval.
We'll have the replays available later today. For now, I'll have to ask our contenders to leave the arena so the next match can begin.
Before shuffling out of the arena, Phoenix gives us a saluted wave. Despite losing, Akira is still depowered. Considering what he usually does to his opponents, I don't think I fared too badly. Speaking of Phoenix, how is it also go with the overdrive mode? Uneasiness settles in the pit of my stomach as we return our gears back to the hangar and make our way to the pre-combat room. I really changed back into my uniform. This question keeps swirling around in my mind. When I enter the pre-combat room, I am alone. My teammates must still be changing. I'm still trying to process what just happened. Somehow Phoenix is able to match Eagle in overdrive mode. Even though his gear could only hold the energy expenditure for a little while, his score is definitely based on my course design. I barely noticed my team's arrival. We sit in the silence, still carry voices what we've all been thinking.
What the hell was that?
Whatever it was unexpected.
It was a lesser version of Eagle's overdrive.
Akira's never been able to do that before.
No one besides Eagle has been able to do that before.
Then how was he suddenly able to get his hands on that technology?
That's exactly what I intend to find out. As far as I know, that was the only person who had knowledge of how to build the overdrive mode. I look over at the grey face of my team members. They were a varying mix of disappointment and anger, and I realized how much we depended on the core secret weapon. Having that wildcard thrown back at us hits us extra hard. Sorry guys, but I have to find Akira.
We understand.
Kiari nods.
Go. You should hurry before he leaves.
I nod and head towards the hangar. Luckily, Akira is still there. Akira. He turns at the sound of his name and flashes me a smile.
Hey, that was a great match out there. I'll admit it, you had me a little worried for a while. I haven't had a match that close in a long time. Thanks for giving it your all today.
Akira's grin is genuine, and even though I lost against him, I feel like he appreciates the challenge I provided him and respects me more for it. Sure, but that's not why I'm here. His smile falters.
What's up?
You went into overdrive mode during the match. How did you do that?
It kicks in automatically when I'm close to getting depowered.
Just like mine used to do. My gel sets. How did you get that technology? Akira's smile drops completely at my tone.
It was an upgrade from Illudium. Is something wrong?
How did they get the technology?
I don't know. They didn't tell me anything specific, just that this gear was a prototype. I'm not sure what's going on, but I can get you in touch with them if you want.
I'd appreciate that.
Sure.
He rummaged through his phone and texted me a phone number.
Here's the number to our account manager. Maybe he'll be able to tell you.
Thanks. I feel a little bad charging over and acting kind of cold towards Akira. Of course he wouldn't know what's going on. Illudian takes charge of large installations like a new core. All Akira would know is how to use it. And I didn't get a chance to say this before, but congratulations on your win. Akira's smile returns.
Thanks, but you guys definitely didn't make it easy.
Akira glances past me.
I should get back to my team.
I nod and Akira leaves. As soon as he's on the side, I dial the Illudian contact number he gave me. And that's also where I'll end it. It's a bit of a cliffhanger because we might actually get the information after this call. But who knows?